So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZW Games 5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below.
What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Zephyr Games and I'm bringing to you guys finally, as you can see, an update to codetalker. And this build is entirely focused on using codetalkers. Your main goal is to use the codetalkers to extra link. Well, as you can see, the access codetalker finally arrived in the post from me today as we're recording this video, to just completely nuke boards with complete ease. You're bound to get at least 3 pots with this thing, to just nuke a board, punching for massive damage, at least 5,300, I believe. Yep, 5,300 points of damage. You're bound to have a link 3 engraved codetalker, because this is what the whole deck's built around. But not only just the access codetalker and the codetalkers themselves, I still implemented Dark Fluid as well. This is a complete Playmaker build. Playmaker inspired deck. It wants to do link, ritual and synchro. I focused it on that entire mechanic on this deck. I felt that gave best results in testing over the I want to say it feels like years of playtesting the Cyberse deck, the codetalker deck, the Playmaker deck. I felt like those 3 mechanics is what this deck does best and most consistently. If you want to implement Fusion and XCs, it's very easy to do so. I will give recommendations on which ones that I would personally play at the end of the video, just so you guys have a basic understanding on, like, okay, if I wanted to implement these mechanics in there as well, the Fusion and the XCs side, what would be my best choice for that. So with all that said and done, before I get to this video, the deck profile, please, if you enjoy it, give us a like, give us a subscribe. All that is great support to us. It helps us out a lot and we really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, check out our podcast as well. We've even got that going on as well, amongst the deck profiles, dual videos, replays, everything you do. We've even got our own podcast. So check out all that stuff out. It's on Spotify. I'm personally hearing it on Spotify myself. We've got all the guys on there as well. We're doing it segment by segment. Like, it's really fun, it's really great. So if you haven't already, do check that out. It's not only just on Spotify, iTunes, and there's another site as well. I think it's like a dedicated podcast site one there as well. But you've got the Spotify and the iTunes, which I know as a personal person, they're very easy and accessible. So with all that said and done, let's get into the Playmaker deck. I'm just going to call it Playmaker. I want to call it codetalker, but I do other things as well, so there's that. I'm just going to call it Playmaker. It's all using his types of cards. So first off, you've got to have the 3 microcoder. I can't make this budget, guys. Unfortunately, you have to have the 3 microcoders. You have to have 3 mining. You have to have 3 Signet codecs. Like, you just got to. It helps the consistency so much. Luckily, mining's gone down in price, but I will give a option around that if you still can't afford the mining when I get to mining. But you gotta have the 3 microcoder, I'm afraid. Even if you play 1 each of the other Signet cards like Codec and that, you got to play 3 mining, 3 microcoders. He is your pinnacle extender. He is your Playmaker, literally. Like, microcoder does so much for the deck, it's unreal. You got then we had the 3 Lady the Bug, still fresh off the ban list, which is very nice. I still love the 3 Lady the Bugs in this deck. Is very important. I play 3 Balancer Lords. Personally, I just really like Balancer Lord at 3. I tried him at 2. I tried him at 1. Like, I tried all different ratios of Balancer Lord, but you've got to have Balancer Lord if you want to get your lock, your soft lock on the field of Wizard, Quantum. You got to have, if not Balance the Lord, anything else to give you that free additional normal summon, and or special summon. And Balance the Lord is one of the best things for that. Not because he does both. He gives you that additional normal summon, and when he gets banished off your Widget Kid, he gives you that free special summon off the Juno, which is just everything for you. So you got to have your free Balance the Lords. 2 copies of Cyber's Gadget. He is a really good extender for the deck. He is your light target to search off the codec, while also generating free token advantage. And if you're in the later games, you can get a nice special summon off his summon effect. Brand new card, Power Lord Exceed. I'm glad to be finally playing this card. I know a lot of players are happy that this card is finally out. Power Lord Exceed just does so much for the deck. Not just for Exceed players, which if you do want to play the Exceed mechanic, you can play Power Load Exceed. He does give you essentially a free rank 4, which is just absolutely insane. But he is free link fodder as well. He gives him not only himself, but he gives you another one out of the deck, free summon to the zone. It's just very, very nice card. I'm really glad that we finally got it. It's searchable in the deck for a card that we play later on. So it's a very, very nice card. Pick them up now while they're relatively cheap for the price that they are. Definitely get yourself a playset. And another new card we're playing is Scriptron. I actually really like this card. I think a lot of Cybers players are underlooking this card. I think this is a really, really nice little extender. This is a free summon, and he gives you a free card back when he leaves the field for a link summon, and it's a Cybers level 5. So if you need, it's also searchable, basically. A card that I haven't played in the deck for a long time, Boots Staggered. I've been looking at other players' builds just to freshen up my mind a little bit, just to see what other people are playing. And Boots Staggered was one that really caught my eye. It's a nice free extender on your normal summon. It is searchable, but it also generates tokens, which is very, very nice. It is also another main deck beat stick if you have to do that. So if you are struggling against certain cards, you can get the Boot Staggered on them. And Sim Templars to round up the high level Cybers monsters. Sim Templar is a really nice extender for the deck. Summon to a zone a link monster points to. So do bear that in mind, it doesn't have to be co-linked. So long as the link monster is pointing to something, you can summon Sim Templars to that extra zone that it points to as well. So I know the wording is a little bit weird, it throws me off a little bit at times, it threw me off a bit for a little while, but no, you can just summon it so long as that link monster is pointing to something else. Doesn't have to be a link, it could just be another thing, it could be a token, whatever. You can special summon Sim Templars to the field. Going along, we're playing the Widget Kid. If you want to drop down Balance the Lord, I'd probably advise bumping up Widget Kid just so that you still keep that special summon advantage. And to help us search out all our high levels is Forming Skipper. Is a really good turn 1 play. You can just like normal summon Balance the Lord, then normal summon your Forming Skipper, link the Skipper into your Link Devotee, then Skipper searches you a high level like Power Lord Exceeds, link your Balance the Lord off into a trying to remember its name, Link Devotee, and then you can just go off from there. Like, you got so much advantage just off 2 cards, and Former Skipper being able to search you that Power Lord Exceeds just to keep going on with your plays is very, very handy indeed. Then we're playing a whole bunch of one-offs. Like, the rest of the deck I think is literally, it's just literally just one-offs. That's just one of the best things about the Playmaker deck. You have your main trio cards to just help you with your plays, and the microcode are Ladybug and Balance the Lord. And then you have your duos that work well as pairs, and the rest of the deck is just literally one-off extenders. It's such an easy deck to build, such an easy deck to play, but it's also very, very versatile. The one-offs are very, very variety, and you can just literally take in anything that fits your fancy and fits your needs. But so yeah, the Death combo is your Wind Searcher, just helps you extend and combos very well with the Dot Scaper, being able to send Dot Scaper to go. Dot Scaper provides itself, and Dot Scaper is your Earth target as well. You've got another light target in terms of backup secretary. Like, you've got to play at least backup secretary in order to play Maker deck. It's such a good extender. Link Infofly, your Wind target. Cyrus Converter, another light target, but it's also a free extender. Your water target in terms of Sea Archiver is a very nice extender for the deck. Sorry, I'm trying to like make sure that my voice is loud enough so my phone hears it. But yeah, Sea Archive is a very good water extender. I really like it. It's just a free discard outlet as well for your Scriptron, as well as like Dotscaper was as well as another nice free discard fodder that also is still an extended engrave. I'm taking in the Flame Buffalo. This is a card that I would advise bumping up to 2 or 3 copies if you can't afford the mining. Yeah, Flame Buffalo is a nice, good replacement for the mining, as it kind of fulfills similar roles in terms of that it thins your deck and helps you get to more combo pieces. A nice little Flame Buffalo normal into a Link Devotee, then it gets you your discard and search. So if you have like a Sea Archive or a Dotscaper, you can discard that. Like literally, Flame Buffalo and Dotscaper is the start of your combo. It's very, very nice because it gets you to your Link, Disciple, and Devotee, which will get you another like 2 tokens on the field. But then Flame Buffalo gets you those 2 extra draws in that Dotscaper discard. Very, very nice. Code Radiator, another water target, but it also helps you go second, being able to negate cards. And then for your tuner, you play your Cyber Synchron, and then your ritual, you're playing your Magician for your Magician Quantum Lock. If you don't want to play Synchron, other targets, if you want to do the Synchro Summoning, is your Mathmech Engine. I took the Mathmech Engine out just to go a bit more pure in terms of Playmaker, but also just because it didn't feel right in the deck. I don't know, it might just be me and the whole Playmaker thing, but it just didn't feel right. You're kind of forcing yourself to get the Mathmech Engine off for it to be useful, and then you kind of feel bad if you're not using it for the Synchro Summon for like your Geomathmech. So I kind of like took it out, replaced it back with this, and it just plays well for me. It's just something I personally enjoy. Though I'm not saying that Mathmech Engine is bad. It's a phenomenal engine. And it can really go pushing for damage, especially now with access code. But it's just something that I'm personally not liking. It just didn't fit my style. But it is something that you can add in. I'd probably take out like some of your one-offs, extenders, and just throw in like your Synchron, maybe the Flame Buffalo and something else. And then you can put in your Mathmech Tuner and then your Multiplication, something else as well. So there's that. That's it for the monsters. Moving on to spells. Obviously, you're playing the Signet-Ritual for your Ritual Magician. Otherwise, how are you Ritual Summoning it? And then you gotta have your free mining. As you can see, I'm still trying to pick up 2 more copies of the Ultra for this deck. I'm borrowing the 2 secrets from my Ignister deck. But yeah, if you don't want to play free mining, if you can't afford the free mining yet, but you still want to keep that consistency, just throw into Signet backdoors. That is another thing for you to do so as well. Like you've got your replacements, there are replacements. If you don't want to play the 2 backdoors, you can play 1 backdoor and 1 for 1. 1 for 1 can get you into a Dotscaper as well as your Synchron. There's like, you've got a few targets in the deck for 1 for 1, as well as microcode as well. So there is that. So if you don't want to play the free mining, you can put in a backdoor and a 1 for 1, as well as Flame Buffalo as well. So you've got multiple choices to replace mining, but if you can get it, play mining. It is the best thing that it does what it does. Like there's hardly any other thing that does something similar. But the same replacements can also be for Signet Codec as well. I would advise at least 2 codec. But if you can't get the free codec and you can only get the 1, play 1 codec, and again backdoor and 1 for 1. Like 1 for 1 is a good replacement for codec because 1 for 1 gets you to your microcoder, which gets you to your codec, which then keeps going with your plays. And 1 Signet optimization as well. I reduced it down from 2 to 1 just because I was either very seeing it as it is at 2 copies, and I was seeing it too much in 2 copies. So I'm just playing it as a one-off. Search it off the microcoder if you do need it, but it's like that 4th copy of Balancer Lord. 1 copy of Pot of Avarice. Really, really powerful card. You burn through your main deck and your extra deck very, very quickly. So just being able to shuffle all your resources back, net you 2 draws, and literally just get you back into the game. Very, very handy. 1 copy, 1-time passcode. It's a free extender in the forms of a spell. It's very, very nice. 1 copy of Monster Reborn. It's a free extender. And then for the one trap we're playing is the Silent Conflict. If you're playing a Codetalker deck, you're playing Conflict. Like, there's just no reason to not play Conflict if you're in a Codetalker deck. It's searchable off your microcoder, and it is just like negation that the deck can use. So I'm gonna go through the extra deck backwards, just so that we can end on the nice boss. So your synchro targets, I'm playing the one Integrator and the one Cyberse Quantum Dragon. If you want to play the Ritual, no, the XCs and the Fusion, I would go with the Diplex Chimera for the Fusion, just because if you wanted to, you can actually main deck a copy of Instant Fusion, get your copy of Diplex on the field. Then it's just a free extender in the forms of an instant fusion target, but it is also your fusion that you can then toss in the graveyard. Otherwise, it just takes 2 Cyberse fusion materials, which is very, very nice. And then for the XCs, I would play the rank 3, just because we play so many level 3s in the deck, even in forms of like Cyberse Integrator. So those would be my targets for the fusion and the XCs. But I'm just going with the synchro, just because it is not only protection in the forms of your soft lock with Quantum, but it is also damage in the forms of like Quantum can bounce something when it battles, and then it can attack again that turn. For your Link 1s, so obviously we're playing the Talkback Lancer, Link Devotee, and Link Disciple and Link Devotee. These are the best Link ones for this deck. Talkback Lancer is part of your extra link, also getting back your Codetalkers for essentially free. Link Disciple and your Link Devotee are your main Playmaker starters in the forms of your Link ones to play. You make both, then Disciple tributes Devotee to draw 1 and return 1, and the Devotee gets you 2 tokens. You're locked out of Link 3s and above, but for your soft lock, you're only using Link 2s anyway, so there's that. In terms of Link 2s, we are playing the brand new Splash Mage, very, very nice in deck, and is a water target for your access code. Nice free extender as well. Your Cyberse Witch and your Cyberse Wicked. I need to get another Super Witch for this deck. But your Ritual Searcher and your Synchron Searcher. If you want to play the Fusion variant as well, the Fusion Monster, I would then play Proxy F Magician as well. It saves you playing the Clock Spartoy and then main decking the Cynet Fusion. Saves you playing all those 2 bricks, and just go with Proxy F. It's so easy to get 2 monsters in the field, and if you're going with Diplex, it just takes 2 Cyber, so you can even use the Devotee tokens, so there's that as well. And then for your Codetalkers, for your Link 2 ones, we're playing the Inverted, the Light, and the Codetalker Dark. I want to play Decode, just because he's just like Playmaker's essential ace in a way. Like, it's his like Dark Magician, it's his Neos, that's what it is, it's his ace. But Codetalker just does what he does. It fulfills his role being the dark. Like, I'm afraid I just can't put Decode. If you want to play Decode, I'm sure you can find a way to put him in. I'm just personally not. The Link 3 Codetalkers I'm playing are Shooting Code, X Code, and Transcode. These 2 are the best ones. You've always been playing them. Being the link markers on Xcode is just too good, and being the win target now as well. Transcode is just like the overall best Codetalker in terms of Link 3. Transcode just does everything for you, gets back your monsters, goes further up in the link line, is your protection as well from targeting. It's just too good. Boosts everything up as well, that like co-link to. And then Shooting Code is the water target. The arrow markers help. You can actually perform your extra link, getting the Shooting Code, X Code, and Transcode all in the field. It's very, very cool, very, very nice. Does extra damage as well, extra attacks, and being the water, another water target for you as well. There's that. And then your 2 boss monsters, we're playing the Firewall Dragon, Dark Fluid, and Access Codetalker. Like, these are your ace monsters in the deck. These are your big boss monsters, your game finishers. This is your negation that you want to probably perform turn 1 if you can't get the extra link out. 3 monster negations is very, very good. And the access code, you make it going second or turn 2 just to finish them off. You make an access code, get them to like 5300 plus, and then just swing in, pop everything, banish everything, like just going for game. If you can get access code, co-linked with a chance code, he's at like at least 58 that can't be targeted by monster effects, and you can't respond to its popping thing as well. Like, it's just too good. So guys, that's it for the deck. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm so happy to finally have this deck practically completed. The only thing I'm even remotely waiting for now is the the codetalker Heat Soul, just for a good fire target for the deck. It is also good draw power as well. Anyway, that's literally the only thing we're waiting for. Oh, and the wind and the earth generators, like the microcoders, kind of like part of the deck. Like, we need the earth one. It's one of the best earth targets for the Sonic Codec, and then the wind one now is actually a really good wind target as well. Those are the only thing now we're remotely waiting for. So once we get those, there'll be another update, but I can't think of another reason to update this profile now. I think like this is a build I'm going to stick with, and I advise using as the skeleton for your Playmaker decks. So until next time, guys, good luck. Like, comment, and subscribe. I was literally going to steal another person's end bit. But yes, guys, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for those. And until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling.